So this is some of the results from when we took it to Southampton, and some of you had a go today. This task was report a pothole. So this is a heat map, so for every screen that they look at, we'll have a heat map produced. We can have the inverse of that produced as a gaze opacity, which is what this is. So you can see that out of your whole web page, they're pretty much ignoring everything that you've got once they've found what they need. When we look at this for other pages, we saw that if we go back, the heat map was sort of all over the place. People were looking everywhere because they couldn't find what they needed. And in this instance, two of the tasks that we were asking to complete were actually under this Show More Services button. So when we went and took it out with them before, it just said more, show more. So that sort of wasn't show more what's the context. And also because the button's white on a white background, people were missing it, so we've recommended to them that they change it. So things like that are what we can get out of this. If I then go into an inner page, you can see that everyone sort of starts in the top left, they find what they need, but this is sort of the heat map of people looking around here, so everyone was missing this next button over here, whereas everyone was sort of looking over there, so maybe in that situation that's where we should be thinking about putting it. I'm going to show you a video of one of the users from Southampton. While she was going through this, she was speaking through it as well at some point. So as with most of the people who tried this out, they looked through all the top tasks. She went to find a report pothole, fine. So then there you can see the screen changed, and before the sort of journey through was that you press next each time and it went to the next page, whereas here it's all of a sudden the contents jump down here. So this says use the drop down selection, indicate the width and depth of the road. But she didn't realise that she had to scroll. See how that was sat up there for quite a while? She was looking all over the screen saying I can't find the drop downs. She then went through and did this. Filled out these parts, okay. And go down. So this, for the people that did it today, you'll see the image dialogue now looks different slightly. We recommended that they change this image dialogue box because a lot of people were getting confused by it. She actually said, I don't know how to do that, so I'm not going to. But she did then go back to it and try. So here you have to browse and add the image. Actually, no, I think she gave up again. But you have to press that add button after you've already pressed like open on the browser thing that comes up. So that was another thing that really confused users. And then if I skip ahead a bit, here we had an interactive map as well, which had no like postcode search or anything. So a lot of users struggled with the fact that even if they know the town and they're from that town, they had to sort of click and drag and zoom through it all. So we'll have these video outputs from every test that we do with them, and sorry, I'll just get back to this. Yeah, we'll have these video outputs, the heat maps that I've showed you, and also some statistics that we can gather. So these will be based on obviously what you're trying to find. Sorry, this is really small, but we can look at things like time taken to first mouse click, fixation duration. So like when they see how you saw the dots sort of as circles and then there was the lines going across. So the circles when they fixate on something, and when they actually read it, the lines is when they were just sort of skimming past it. So, and that's the same with the gaze plot I showed you. You see that there's like massive amounts of the site that people don't look at. And from these statistics and sort of the gaze plots, we can see what elements should maybe be moved around. Calls to action, maybe they should be at the top rather than the bottom and have the key information. This is sort of going back to like a mobile first approach as well. Like people, they want to get the information straight away. The majority of users probably don't really care about the rest of what's written down. So yeah, we can get these statistics, and as Matt said, we write up a report at the end of it. So this is just the last page in the report as an example. We did a big long list of things that they could change. So more services to show more services, change the button colour, remove the image of a pothole because everyone knows what a pothole looks like if they're reporting a pothole. And that was what was making users have to scroll to find the further information, and then they weren't finding it. There was also an issue in that form. If the pothole was too big, you had to report it by phone, and it came up with a message in just plain text in black, and people weren't reading it. They then got to the end of the form and couldn't submit it. So in that case, if you can't continue and you're meant to do it by phone, you should be cut off from the form, or it should appear in red as a big error message, which is what they've now changed it to. So yeah, eye tracking sort of gives us loads and loads of results that we can use to help influence our design and change things.